similar rectangles are shown in the table below. Which of the following rectangles is similar to the rectangles listed in the table? I have length, width of different rectangles. So I'm just going to take one of those rectangles, such as this one right here, and write that ratio, length to width. So this ratio, 4 to 6, is it proportional to this rectangle, length to width, 3 to 4? If it is, the cross products will equal. When I multiply 4 times 4, does that equal 3 times 6? We get 16. That is not equal to 18, so that is not an answer. If I try B, is 4 to 6 proportional to 5 to 7.5? So 4 times 7.5, does that equal 6 times 5? 30 does equal 30, therefore B is similar. Matthew correctly constructed a model of a right triangle with the largest dimensions possible to fit in a cube as shown in the figure below. If each side of the cube measures 8 centimeters, I'm going to stop right there and I'm going to go ahead and put that 8 centimeters for each side of the cube. What is the approximate length of the hypotenuse of this right triangle? The hypotenuse of this right triangle, it's talking about this large one. Well, we know that we can use Pythagorean theorem to find the side of a right triangle. Pythagorean theorem, the sum of the square of the legs is equal to the square of the hypotenuse. So if I want to find this hypotenuse, then I have to know these legs. I've got this one, but I don't have this one. But then this leg is actually the hypotenuse of this right triangle. So the sum of the square of the legs is equal to the square of this hypotenuse. 8 squared plus 8 squared, 64 plus 64, which is going to give me 128. When I take the square root of this side, that will give me C. When I take the square root of this side, I'm just going to leave that as it is. So I'll write radical 128. And so now to find the hypotenuse of this large right triangle, I have this leg squared. So radical 128 squared plus this leg squared will equal what I want, this hypotenuse squared. Well, we know that right here we have opposites. Squaring a radical gets rid of it. So we have just the 128 plus the 8 squared, which is 64. That's going to give us our hypotenuse squared. When I add these together, then I get 192. I can put this on my calculator. Radical 192, enter. When you round it to the nearest 100th, you'll get answer A.